Well, what is up? Welcome back to Fishmas. This is the series of videos that I'm doing every single day in December from the 1st to the 25th. 25 bite-sized episodes for you guys to watch in a run up till Christmas. Today, I'm back at the secret lake. I'm just having a little wander around because I'm actually quite surprised how busy it is. There's a few people on here, and actually one of the people that I've just met, I watch his videos on YouTube, Haines Outdoors. I'll leave his channel at the bottom of the screen there. If you like watching my fishing videos, I'm sure you'll like his. But yeah, I just met him, absolute top guy, and exactly how he is on his videos. Very genuine, loves his carp fishing. And he's just moved recently to the area, so I think I'm gonna see him more on some of the lakes that I fish. So go and check him out. Please subscribe. I know he's trying to get to 1K. If he hasn't already passed it, then please go and help him pass that 1K mark. But there we go. So yeah, we're at the secret lake. We're gonna see. I mean, I've fished it 6-7 times before, and I've only had one carp. So we're just here for a short day session. But I've got everything crossed that I can have another carp from this venue in today's short session. Right, well, first things first, I've done something that I always seem to do now whenever I go fishing. I've not even got the stuff set up, but I've got a rod out. I always do this now. So I want to maximise the amount of time that I am fishing, especially today because I got up late, I had a bit of a lay-in, I thought I'd treat myself. And I knew that by doing that, I wouldn't have a great option of swim. Nevertheless, I'm very, very happy with this swim. This is the swim that I fished before a few times, and obviously lost one over in the trees, and also the one that I caught was from this swim as well. So I've whipped on a solid bag, that's gone straight out, maximising the amount of time that I've got a bait in the water. And so before I've even set up, I've got a solid bag straight out, OG mini mix with a original fruit and nut wafter, and that has gone, to be honest with you, I cast it out and it went too far. It's very much what people would call snag fishing. Yeah, I basically cast my solid bag into the snags, which is very brave, but I'm just hoping that the solid bag is going to hold the hook inside it, and as it melts, hopefully the hook will be exposed and not caught on anything. It's just going to be very, very interesting if it goes. I've tightened up the drag so that I'm not completely locked up, but it's not going to be able to easily get into a snag if it's not already in one. So it's a very dangerous way of fishing. But what I'll do is I'll set up, I'll get my other rod out, and I'll revisit that rod again, but it's just out whilst I set myself up. Oh, and quickly, if you do that and get your rod out straight away, make sure the next thing you set up is your net, because if that goes and you're setting up something over here and you haven't got your net out, you're in all sorts of trouble. So rod, net, everything else. Right, well, rods are now out, and it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult than the wad meal session, but they're both on solid bags. The plan wasn't to use solid bags on both. I was going to use solid bags on one, but I got my rigs out and I had a little look, and I just thought I want to use a white magic bean, and I thought, why not use a solid bag, you know? Like with this lake, I'm always worried about like the silt levels and like the leaf litter and stuff, especially if you're fishing up towards the trees and the weeds. Why not have a solid bag as opposed to a mesh bag? Or, you know, I will still throw boilies over the top, probably 4 or 5 every sort of hour or so. But you can just see, I can say my left hand rod is where those moorhens are over there, look, diving down. They're going to pick that up in a minute. And then my right hand rod I've chucked out in between. See where it looks like there's almost like a swim over there? There's not, because you can't fish over there, but over where that sort of wooden beam is on the far side, right here, I'm fishing right up tight against that bank over there. So there we go, both rods out. That's on a white magic bean. This one's on a original fruit and nut. They're both fruit and nut. This one's original, this one's a white magic bean. And yeah, it sounds like there's some shooting or something going on over there. But the rods are out, we're up. I've got my helicopter, which I'm going to set up because it is sort of spitting very lightly. It's not raining, it's not really, it is sort of like spitting, but it's very, very light. But yeah, there we go. Sit back and wait. that's the game. Right, well now I'm all set up. Everything, oh, the helicopter's out, by the way. In the summer, or in the spring when it sort of dries off a bit, I need to get this and my bivvy out and just wipe them down and clean them, because they've got like mud on them and stains and stuff, and it's just could do with a bit of a clean up, you know. I think it's important that you look after your gear, and when you can, dry them out, clean them, because the thing is, people just go, oh, we'll chuck it out and get another one, and that's all well and good, but keep the stuff you've got, because it's good enough, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm starting to sound like an old man, so I'm going to, I'm going to sit back and relax for sort of 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to start making up some more solid bags, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not really happy with either of those rods. Like I say, the left-hand one, I cast it too far into the snags, and the right one, I've actually caught a branch. My line is only a little bit, but my line is just caught on a branch, so I'm sure if any resistance on that, if a fish takes it or anything, it will pull the line straight off. But then again, I run the risk of the line slicing and the fish getting off. So yeah, I'm just going to sit down for 15-20 minutes, tie a couple of solid bags, and then just redo both rods basically. Right, I've got a couple of solid bags tied up, ready to go. We've got a white magic bean in one, a small one, and a small yellow magic bean in the other. It's a fruit and nut mixed in with the mini mix. You can see some of the bigger pellets in there. That I know some people don't like that. Some people said to me like you shouldn't have like bigger pellets in there like that, because what that does is it creates air pockets in the solid bags. But to be honest with you, I mean, that's still a tight bag, and it's got a lot of magic dust in there which fills the gaps. But I just like having bigger pellets in there as well, just to sort of, you got different breakdown rates, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just me, that's my personal opinion. And obviously I'm only casting, it's not like I'm casting 40 wraps, do you know what I mean? I can't anyway, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm going to reel these rods back in and see this time if we can get it right. I'm not clipping up, that's the only problem. I could do, but I'm being a little bit lazy with it, to be honest. I'm just chucking out to the far side. So yeah, let's see if I can get this right. Thing is, I don't really like crashing around leads and stuff, do you know what I mean? Trying to get the distance right. So especially when it's like a small intimate sort of swim as well, you don't want to be sort of like, I could, like I say, wrap up, but I don't want to be bang, bang, bomb, do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this right. Wish me luck. This could be very embarrassing, or I could make myself look decent. We'll see what happens. He's had an absolute nightmare. Whoops, well that was bloody embarrassing. But I tell you what, when I was having a chat with Haines outdoors earlier this morning, he said he's never seen anyone catch a fish here from mid-water, so just keep watching, because if that right hand rod goes now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not tying up another bag. I completely messed it up. All right, let's just laugh. Put in the comments, oh my God, you're bad at casting. I get it, whatever. It's happened now. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. We've got a bait out there that's going to be presented around more bait. So if I catch a fish on the right hand rod now, Haines, you're going to be watching this going, oh my God, I've seen a fish caught from mid-water. So that's the plan. Fingers crossed that happens. Right. Now I've got to do the left rod. I feel like such a novice right now. I don't know why. I'm messing right up. I need to concentrate and get this right. At least we can have one rod fishing where I want it. But you know what? I'm leaving that right hand rod. I could reel in and do it again, but do you know what? I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to catch one mid-water. All right, here we go again. Well, I must say I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and I'm just trying to take into some sort of look, there's a reason why I cast into that tree. because someone said you don't want to be fishing there. So I'm trying to make myself feel better about a crap cast, okay? But fingers crossed, I tell you, if that rod goes off now, imagine that rod goes off and I catch the biggest fish in the lake. I mean, to be honest, any fish will do. So it's about 12:30 now in the afternoon. The rods have been out for probably about 2 hours, but I'm not going to touch them. I've flicked a couple of boilies over the top, maybe 5 on each, and I'm going to sit back and just wait. It maybe in an hour's time, or maybe an hour and a half. I'll play it by ear, but I might flick some more boilies out. I might not flick any out. I'm just going to sit back and keep my eye on the water. You can tell very much here that it's winter because there's no signs of any fish anywhere. So I am going to tuck into some sausage baps that I've got now, and I'm going to really just sit back and enjoy them. I've tied up some solid bags. I'm ready to rock and roll, and it's just a case of sitting and waiting. Like I say, I'm going to leave both rods out now until the end. I'm probably going to pack up about 4:30 when it starts getting dark. So it's about 12:30 now. Yeah, we've got a good few hours with the rods out, and as long as the rods are out there, then obviously we're in with a chance. But let's get some sausage baps on the go. Well, I don't know if you're seeing this, but there's a carp right there, just under the surface, hovering. I don't have any Polaroid glasses, but can you see it? You might not be able to see it because of reflection. Oh, it's quite a big one. It's just swelled. It's just swelled. It's not a small fish at all. But that's how easily they spook here. I just stepped out of my bivvy and he's gone. It is 2:15 now. I've probably got about 2 hours of fishing left. And to be honest, I've not had a sniff. The only thing to report really is that the old spangle feet over there, the moorhens, they keep diving down on my bait, but luckily they haven't picked it up yet. They are having a good dive though. They're really trying to get down on it. But yeah, I've not had a sniff at all. Probably got a couple of hours fishing left, but I want to try and keep positive because I know, like, sometimes when you go fishing, it's you get a bit disheartened, don't you, if you sort of sat there and you've not had any indication and it's not happening for you. But he's just dived down right on my bait. It's fine, he hasn't taken it. No, but I just want to say, like, in your own fishing, if ever you're having a session where things aren't going well, or things are just quiet and you feel like something's not going to happen, just stay positive. That's all you can do. As long as you've got a baited rig in the lake, you've got a chance. And to be fair, like, I know that this is a tough lake for me at the best of times. I've always struggled on here, so even though I really want to catch one, I'm just trying to stay positive. Again, a couple of hours to go, and there's still a chance. Right, well, in a last-ditch attempt to try and get a bite, I'm going to get the throwing stick out and just sprinkle some more baits. I'm going to sprinkle a handful of bait in over the left-hand rod and over the right-hand rod. And hopefully that might produce something. I mean, there's not much else we can do. But I have seen signs of fish in the area. They haven't been jumping, they haven't been crashing, they haven't been showing themselves. But I've just, every now and then, seen a couple of little swirls around in the water. I am going to start slowly making a pack down. We're starting to lose light, and this is going to be the last time that I fish this lake this year. I do want to get on it more, to be honest. I want to do some nights and put some effort into this next year. Again, it's just because of work. I can't do nights unless I use a holiday day. And usually when I use my holiday days, I end up going somewhere like Linear or Tobler or something like that, you know. So I do want to put more effort into this lake. Even though it's quite difficult, I just want to unlock it, really. I just want to have a few fish out of it. So I am going to rejoin again next year, and hopefully I can spend a bit more time on here, because I've not done as much on here as I've wanted to. this year. And I know every time I go to a lake, I'm like, oh, I want to spend some more time on here, or oh, there's going to be more to come from here. And I just don't, because I don't have the time. It's interesting because I don't like sort of sticking to like 1 or 2 lakes. I like to sort of go around and try different things, different lakes. And also, it's good for content, isn't it? It's good for you guys to see me go to different places. Because if I keep going to the same place again and again and again, then, yeah, then it's just going to get boring, isn't it? But also, actually, I forgot to mention, a few days ago, Big Red came out at Topper Manor. And it's dropped weight massively. I'm very, very surprised. I think it was like £26 or something. I was targeting it when it came out and it was like around a £30 mark. So I'm kind of glad in a way that I haven't had it, because I don't really want it at like 26. I mean, don't get me wrong, of course I want it and I'd be happy with it whatever weight. But if I'm going to catch it, I want it to be pushing that £30 barrier. So there will be more from the Big Red, the Hunt for Big Red, next year. But again, it's just difficult because time off work is always the issue, really, for me and my fishing. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to make a slow pack down now, and I don't know if anything's going to happen. I know I need to try and stay positive, but I'm going to leave the rods out till lastminute.com, pack everything else away, as I always do, and I don't know, maybe we can lure the fish into a false sense of security, as my uncle would say. All right, well, Haines Outdoors, if you're watching this, mate, you're not wrong. I still haven't caught anything from the middle of the lake, from the open water. I thought I could try and prove you wrong, but I mean, who am I to try and prove you wrong? I'm no good on this lake, am I? Let's be honest. I always struggle here, and like I say, I've got to come back next year and try and really find the key to open this lake. But yeah. Again, guys, if you haven't checked out Haines Outdoors, he knows the key to open this lake. He's already had quite a few nice fish out of here, so go and check out his channel, like I said. And he's got sessions on this specific lake that he's done before and done quite well on. And I believe he's also filming this trip right now. Obviously, he's here now, so if you want to see that, what he gets up to, because I think he's staying again tonight. So if he catches anything tonight, obviously you'll see on his video. But yeah. Oh, that's it, guys. I think everything's pretty much packed away, apart from the net and the rods. That is, I mean, to sum up my experience on this lake this year, that is the perfect way to sum it up. That expression. Well, just as I'm walking back to the car, all packed away, as I'm walking over the bridge, I spot a carp, and lo and behold, I see 2 carp, and they're right round the back where you're not allowed to fish, in and amongst the weed. Although they're moving quite a bit, they're not just sort of like sitting there, but they're obviously not that hungry. They're going to safety and they're hiding away. So yeah, I mean, if that's where all the carp are, you're not going to catch them because you're not allowed to fish in that area. So they obviously know that, they feel safe there. But that is going to be the end of this video, and we are another day closer to Christmas. Like I say, guys, this is Fishmas, a video every single day in December up until Christmas. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, go and check them out. Please like and subscribe. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you anything special on this session, but I will see you tomorrow at 1 PM. Thanks for watching. Bish, bash, bosh.